Introducing DSG's 5MT podcast, where we draw inspiration from the annual 3-minute thesis or 3MT competition for PhD candidates, challenging them to explain their research in 3 minutes or less. Our VP of Marketing became obsessed with these presentations as they distill complex research into bite-sized concepts, delivering jargon-free marketing insights that are easy to understand. In each 5-minute episode, we'll dive into a marketing topic, giving you the essentials without the time commitment. Tune in for quick, valuable marketing insights on the 5MT podcast by your DSG marketing team.
Hey, Paige. Hey, Jack.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Hi, Jackie.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Mike.
How you doing?
I have a question for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so I just noticed the other day that you have a new arm stack. Do you know what that means?
No, what is that?
Okay. So I heard this might not be cool anymore, but I'm going to assume that it's still cool.
Did you see the puzzled look on my face?
I know. I did. I was like, there was a pause and he was like, what the heck are you talking about? So this, I think, actually started by everyone's favorite influencer, Rachel Hollis.
Oh.
And she would take pictures of her arm with like all of her bling and call it a Rach stack. And this was probably like, this is like 3 years ago, but I'm bringing it back. So I wanted everyone to talk about your stack.
Okay.
So tell us about your stack.
Okay. I will tell you about my stack. So I used to be a big watch wearer, but then, the heaviness of the watch.
That's very
So I wear watches on special occasions.
Heavy
and I
man
don't.
wears the watch.
But if you could see me now, I look like Jack. I'll let you take a picture so the folks can actually see this. But I look like a pseudo hippie weirdo.
He kind of looks like Johnny Depp.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, if you painted your nails black, I'm totally joking. No, I actually like them. Yeah, no,
but
I like it.
Anyway, these are both made by my wife, these beads, right? So as I, often do, I rage clean. I think we've talked about this
rage
before.
cleaning.
But I'm rage cleaning. I was making room. I was doing things. I was throwing things out, taking things to the Goodwill, Green Drop. It was great. And then I found this box of beads. And I said, what is this box of beads?
You're like, this has got to go.
And she was like, oh, that's my box of beads. It's fantastic. I'll make you a bracelet and I'll make that a bracelet. So, Paige, you had made me a bracelet years ago.
During
and
the
then
pandemic.
You made Jill's, and mine broke, and I took Jill's, and then I wore that one out. So she replaced these two. She replaced it with that. So that's what these two are going. This is a traditional friendship bracelet, often awarded at an arcade for the $25
totally gave me 90s
of
vibes.
skee ball that you win. A couple of tickets. So I took my daughter for the first time to the arcade at the Shore. Shout out Fantasy Island. We love you.
I love Fantasy Island, yes.
And we were big winners, and we decided to get all sorts of fun prizes, and friendship bracelets for the family were one of them. So
that's so great.
That is my stack. That's this.
Oh,
this
I
side.
love your stack.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have bracelets on. Sometimes I don't. I always wear my iWatch. I love it. I love my iWatch.
Disciple, yeah. Okay.
Yes, I am. I
Thank
love
you, Steve
it.
Jobs.
Thank you, Steve
Tim
Jobs.
Apple.
Thank you. But today, and this is what I've been wearing lately, is a bead bracelet with a small crystal-y beads and then one big rose bead. And I love it because it signifies when I took my daughter, who's 3.5, to a stage production for the first time.
Was it Beauty and the Beast?
No, it wasn't. It was a ballet rendition at Westchester University, a ballet rendition of Cinderella, which is her favorite princess. Yeah. And so they were selling these at the front, and I was like, this is like $15 per bracelet. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna get Shelby one, and my mom was there, so I got my mom one, and I got me one, but I'm the only one that's wearing it. But I love it.
$50 later.
Oh my God, I was like, how much are they? Like, she told me the total, and I was like, I'm already at the point where I'm Venmoing this, so I can't turn back now. So this
Definitely.
is this to maybe $3 bracelet turned into $50 bracelet.
Somebody made it,
I know, and it's going to the ballet,
right,
and they did a great job, and Shelby was thrilled. She did a great job, by the way.
Experience she'll always remember.
Yes. Yeah. So speaking of a stack, an awesome stack.
Wow.
Jack.
I see what you did there.
Do you want to? What's our question, man? Jackie
So
Ann?
our question today, as someone who has been close to the launch and responsibilities of our new division, DSG Local, the core offering from the DSG Local is the Local Power Tools Bundle. There's a lot of different components with that package. So I was hoping you guys could explain to our listeners what those components entail and why it can help a small to medium-sized business in their marketing. So I was thinking we can go one by one of the components and kind of explain each one.
Call them out, Jack. Let's do it.
So let's start with the first one. If you could start with DBI, or is what is called digital business information, how can that help a small to medium-sized business?
Yes. Mike, do you want to define DBI? I feel like you do that so much better than me.
Sure. I mean, we coined the term DBI a couple of years ago as to really focus on the importance of business information that exists publicly on the web that you do not specifically own, but can claim and have responsibility for. So think of a Google business profile, Yelp profile, any of those things that say, claim, are you the business owner? It's really important. This is where most of people find information about your business, find directions to your business, find your phone number, find out how to get a hold of you and find you online, right? There's a ton of great benefit there. So that is digital business information in a nutshell.
Thank you, Mike. Is so good, man. I feel like I'm always like, people ask me and I'm like, have you met Mike? So I think DBI, as you said, is extremely foundational. It's sort of like you have your website and then you have all of these profiles that you want to claim and control and put out messaging. Once you claim it, and this was another client of ours, he actually coined this as like utilizing it as a free media channel.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you can go as far as like having a specific description on your Google business profile, having a different description on your Facebook, having a different description on your Yelp. However, naming convention, the name of your business has to be consistent. That Google really likes that.
Yeah.
So there are also best practices you need to keep in mind, but it's really neat that once you kind of claim all of these profiles, you can really control the messaging that's going out to your audience. In fact, I think this would be really interesting for a business owner that might not have control of their website or even have a website. So we talk about DBI even from an offsite SEO, search engine optimization perspective. And utilizing GBP as sort of the replacement of your website or in conjunction of your website that you might not control. We have a term here that we sometimes name these profiles microsites because they have all of the elements of a website.
Yeah.
So I spoke about a description. You can list out your services. You can also put specific posts up there with offers, featured messages. So there's a lot of content that you can control. And like you can describe your business. You can describe, really anything on these profiles in order to capture specific traffic.
Yeah, that's a great call. Paige, you and I have spoken about this at length and what we always tell clients is this is the number one thing you can do and the best thing and most cost-effective thing that you can do for your local business. Digital business information is the foundation for local marketing and is viewed by many as such, right? Mm-hmm. You mentioned local SEO. It kind of goes beyond that, right? Beyond local SEO. If you think of the future and the proliferation of all these natural language models and AI, they're all built on one single thing, and that's organized data. So not only are customers looking now, right, you want to have your information out there for customers to find, but in the future, and not the too distant future, natural language models are going to be looking for organized data about businesses. So as the search a landscape changes where people will be using more information generated by AI, it is really, really important. And digital business information gives you a way to really organize your online data and your messaging and all the things that you want to tell your customers so that not only they see it, but natural language models see it as well. So something really, really important. I think one of the reasons we're going to continuously harp on that being the number one thing in the package.
Yeah.
We talked about this being a foundation, DBI being a foundation of, what local SEO, local customers, local marketing is, right? I know we have some stats. There's some really interesting stats about how important it is, right? And what we can actually quantify and why, some of these stats back up why we put these things in. So, Paige, I don't know if you want to kind of rattle a couple off really
absolutely.
quick.
So when we talk about GBP or Facebook or Yelp being a microsite, it really does act as kind of the informational barrier before a user gets to your actual site, right? So we know that 93% of consumers use online searches to find local businesses, and 81% of users cite GBP or Google Business Profile as their number one source of local business info. So users are looking at it. They're 70% likely to visit a business if the Google Business Profile is robust. So you want to make sure you utilize these tools in order to sync and update your information, because folks are going to be looking for you online and looking at your GBP.
Absolutely.
So our next component, if you guys can explain why use reputation management?
I can jump in first on this one, Paige. So I think at its core, reputation is something that every business needs to pay attention to, and we've put together, I think, a very comprehensive tool that not only allows people to monitor their reviews, but to interact with their customers, and also generate some positive feedback for their business as well. Think about not only reviews as something that you can engage with on a technical level, but that little bit of strategy that can help you get over the top. So our offering really focuses on those three things: some ability to monitor, some ability to respond, some ability to generate.
Yeah, I think this tool allows a small, medium-sized business owner to do is really can take control of their reputation.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like there might be some business owners that are a little bit afraid of what they'll find. And I think the best thing that you can do is step one, kind of see what's out there and then take note of the sentiment and change. And I think that it can only benefit your business. And this tool is super easy to use once you get it set up, which of course DSG will help you with. And then we can also guide you through any best practices. I think rule number one is you always, always, always want to respond to your reviews. Always respond to your reviews, especially the negative reviews. I think we actually had a podcast a few episodes back talking about this. But it's really important for you to maintain engagement through these profiles, especially for the sake of your reputation. Thank you so much for tuning in to DSG's 5MT podcast. I'd love to thank my co-host, Mike Gatos.
Truly my pleasure. And I would like to give a big thank you to our producer, Jack Marinello.
If you enjoyed this podcast, like and subscribe to 5MT. Have a question? Leave a comment. Tune in next time.
Happy marketing.